It's mid-October. I took basically a week off after Skatember. And this is my debrief video where I talk about what I learned about now that I've put a little bit of space between me and the event. So this was the trick list from Skatember 2020, where each day we had to do the specified trick. So there are two goals: one, to do every trick, and then the other was actually just to skate every day in September 2020. So I was able to do all that. Some of the tricks I did better than others, obviously, so I put dashed lines on the ones where I either purposefully or accidentally did not such a great job. Heel flip was probably the worst. So many hours for one terrible make. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with how everything went. So I'm going to say what I think I learned. So the number one thing, and really this is kind of my reason for even making a YouTube channel, is that I think only relatively recently have I really believed that I can, figure things out in skateboarding by thinking, practicing, solving problems. As a kid and even as an adult with a hobby, I always sort of took the idea that I would just go out and try and not really think very hard, and if it didn't work, I would get mad. But I'm trying to take a more cerebral approach, and I think Skatember really helped me with that, because there were a lot of tricks on there that if I had not sort of modified my attitude in this way, I probably would not have succeeded in doing. So that's the number one best positive thing for me, was that it really made me a believer in problem solving in skateboarding. Number two is actually not such a positive thing, but it's something that I think is important to say. This goal of skating every day, it was an interesting challenge, but I actually think it's not a useful goal if you're really trying to make progress as a skateboarder. I think you should not think about it in terms of skate every day or numerical values or anything like that. Skating every day, if you do it, is, first of all, not necessarily good for you. Second of all, just to be able to do that is a privilege that not everybody has. A lot of people have to work a hard job where they may not even feel like skating every day if they've had a bad day. Some people live in places where the weather's terrible and may not be able to skate because of weather. Some people may have equipment failures and be unable to afford replacement equipment quickly. So I think skating every day is fine as a challenge for 1 month, but it's actually not something that you should sort of incorporate into your entire life. Third thing I learned was a big surprise to me. I actually don't love flat ground tricks. During the whole month of Skatember, I dreaded the flat ground. And what I really tried to do was think of some adaptation of the trick meant for flat ground that I would do, like to grind or something, or whatever. Do it on a ramp anyway. So this is something I didn't know about myself. If you'd asked me before September 2020, I would have said, yeah, I like flat ground tricks. I grew up in the 90s, pressure flips, blah, blah, blah. I don't love them. Number four, definitely positive that, putting videos up on YouTube myself, really clued me into this really great community of small skateboarding channels, which are a huge inspiration, because these are people who are more or less like you. And so I'll put some links in the description to this video of channels that I discovered as a part of Skatember. Obviously it's not going to be exhaustive. It's just sort of what I stumbled upon and what I had time to look forward to, I guess. So Skatember 2021, will I do it? I might. I would say, the skating every day thing is fairly high pressure, especially if you have a job. And then adding the video upload on top of that is probably a bit too far for a typical person. And so if I would do the challenge again, I would probably film, but only upload sort of weekly rather than daily, because it's just, you sort of look at the camera resentfully when you're having to upload every day. So yeah, that's where I stand with Skatember. Really overall positive experience. And these are basically lessons that I learned. And the number one lesson being the most important for sure. So yeah, I took about a week off. First week of October, didn't skateboard at all. Did a little bit of rollerblading. As some of you know, I love rollerblading too. So what am I going to do in October? I've already kind of started working on it, and I'll have some videos about it. But I got 3 ideas that I want to work on. Number 1, I want to do backside 50-50 grinds on high ledges. I can do them on my box. I can do them on small ledges. But I want to take them to high ledges, sort of, let's say about a foot high or slightly higher. Number 2, I really want to do crooked grinds. I feel like I'm really good at nose slides. I feel like if you're good at nose slides, you should be able to turn that into a crooked grind at very low cost, and I would like to figure that out. And then number 3 is big spins, and so big spins a flat ground trick, really. And I don't love flat ground tricks, as I told you, but I would really like to do big spins, and the reason for that is another lesson of Skatember. I watched FD Skate's channel, and FD Skate actually spent quite a bit of time during Skatember practicing big spins, and I really like the way his looked, and I would like to try to get some like that myself. So yeah, that's my goal. So let's see if I can do it.